Uh, let, let me see. It's on. I think it's on. Let me open here on the side. Let me open here on the side. Let me open. Okay. I tested it and it's on. The audio is okay, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna be recording each video so I can post later. I was streaming on Kick, but I decided that I think it would be better to stay on YouTube. I tried to post 5 videos. I mean, I posted 5 videos, but YouTube kinda punished me for posting for posting 5 videos. Just one of them is being recommended, so I'm gonna record the videos that I react to. These are the videos that I saw other people reacting to them. Oh, not just video, uh, creators in general that I saw people reacting to. So I'm gonna try to react to them. And there is one recommendation that was made today. I will probably give it some priority and post it. And when I post it, I will bump it up uh to be uploaded in the schedule that I put the videos, one per day, because YouTube did not like me posting 5 videos in a day. Um, wait, there is something wrong in the thing. Let me see. It's just YouTube saying that my bit rate is higher than the recommended. Oh, that's okay. Nothing, nothing is bad. Better for me. Okay. I already have the video here. Open it. So I guess I'm gonna just click in recording. So let me see. Okay, nice. This one's the video that was recommended to me. Limbo of the Lost, the greatest bad game. So I'm gonna watch it later after this one, and then this one. These 4 videos, I think, for today is enough. And then maybe I open another stream to play games later, if I feel like it. I think, I don't know. uh, what the heck? Okay, let me start. Oh,
Hey, Pete.
okay, let me start recording. And okay, if you're watching this on YouTube, no, wait, the live is on YouTube too. So if you're watching the video, the VOD is on the description, and the original video is on the description too. A nice thing that would be opening the original video. If you are on a computer, you can open the original video in a new guide and let it play muted and give it a like to the original creator. And if you like my video, please give a like, comment something recommending or something like that. And what more? Yeah, subscribe. Okay, so with that said, let's go. Intravenous set 2, Intravenous 2 review, collateral edition. There is it's on Steam. I will see. Maybe I put in my wish list. Oh, the video is age restricted, so I don't know if the stream or the video that I make gonna be true. But let's go.
Hey people, Seth here. Considering I'm recording from the Balkan equivalent of City 17, the quality of this video may be just as bad as anything else I release. There's a rare coincidence that happens once and almost never. A publisher approaches me to cover something that I'm already reviewing.
But he accepted, or he says that he's gonna do it anyway, so he don't accept. I don't know.
Developed by a single man in
Roman Glebenkov made It Travelers 1 and 2. Wait, let me open. Let me open the Steam. There is a bunch of discount right now. Okay. It's okay. All right. There is a bunch of discount. Let me see. Intravenous 2. Here it is. There is even a remaster. What the fuck? Here is the game. That is the game. It's the ultimate blend of tactical. It's from 2024, and it's from the view, from God's view, like that other game. I forgot the name. Hotline Miami. I think I have on my wish list too. I still didn't play. There is support pack, the 2, some kind of remaster. I don't know. This remaster is a remaster of what? Experiencing the game, what it all began the way the developer intended the game to be. Various new features present in Travelers 2 were meant to be included in the first game, but were cut due to time. It's all worth. They took out a joke. That's sad when they feel like they have to take out things. But if it's how the developer wanted it to be, so I guess it's a good remaster.
Lithuania.
Because there is some remasters that I don't know if they make the game lose the original artistic intent.
Intravenous 2 is one of the best tactical shooters I've ever played. Many of the events presume you've played Intravenous 1, which isn't a problem because he remastered the whole thing in the second engine. So we start from there by playing the first game inside the second game, or else.
So you can do that. I understand it now. I should just watch the video.
It doesn't make sense. Steve is a normal man living in the inside the second game, or else it doesn't make sense. Steve is a normal man living in the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth in an alternative history where Lithuania has reached the Bronze Age.
Lithuania is Eastern Europe, I think, right? I'm not sure.
Innovation has endowed them with working toilets and knowledge of coal-based energy. Aesthetically and thematically, this game is
looks nice.
Core.
I think I'm gonna put it on my wish list, maybe, because I like these pixelated games, and what it is, I like these pixelated games, and their master has oh yeah, I clicked on the thing. One more to the wish list with 130 games. 130 games. Okay, let's go.
After a night of heavy drinking, Steve walks free. through a shady alleyway with his brother before being attacked by junkies. His brother, aesthetic innovation, has endowed them with working toilets and knowledge of coal-based energy. Aesthetically and thematically, this game is
I like the
colossally
aesthetic,
core. After a night of heavy drinking, Steve walks through a shady alleyway with his brother before being attacked by junkies. His brother goes into a coma and dies the following night. The police find nothing, so Steve decides to take matters into his own hands. Welcome to Intravenous. You're outgunned and outnumbered. Everything.
So just one hit, you die.
Makes a sound, and a single unsuppressed trigger pull is loud enough to alert the entire level. So, unless you want your chest ventilated, you better be quiet. Druggy Ghetto, also known as My Car Park in East England. The first level serves as a tutorial to get your bearings. Arguably, normal difficulty is a 10-hour tutorial before you're ready to play the actual game. Mouse wheel controls your movement speed, allowing you
looks like my type of game
to instantly change across different...
Well, I mean, the type of game that I would like, because I spent a long time being a Dota 1 and Dota 2 player, and there is a bunch of old games that I have to play that everyone played, but I did not play. Yeah.
Stances. The faster you are, the more sound you make.
But it's good because I can play all these old games on stream.
At free notches, we're a good compromise and able to get the jump on enemies. Don't fall for my mistake. Notches 1 and 2 are marginally better, but the only reason you'd use them is if you're wearing Kevlar in a plate carrier, in which case, you're not going to make it. Approaching someone from behind lets you perform a stealth takedown. Pressing E chokes them out, which can transition to snapping their neck with Q, or you can just cut their throat. This is much quicker, but makes them bleed out, which is a problem, as we often have to dispose of the evidence by dragging their body.
That's something that I think that everyone knows, that the details, the attention to the details. Yeah, I pronounced that right? I don't know. The attention to detail is one of the most important things to any kind of creator, be it games, movies, series. I think when the creator care about the thing that he's doing, he gonna give attention to the details, I think. But of course it depends on what the creator wants to achieve. Maybe what they want to achieve needs to circumvent or be above the details. So not everything needed to be super detailed, but when you see that the creator put some, what the fuck am I talking about? When you see that the creator put some attention to detail, it's kinda telling of how he treats his thing, the thing that he's making. I don't know what I was trying to say with that, but...
And a bloody corpse leaves a bloody trail. You could choose to leave him unconscious at your discretion, which is incredibly noble, unless things go south and their friends choose to leave him unconscious at your discretion, which is incredibly noble, unless things go south and their friends find the bodies, wake them up, and undo all of your efforts. In a Steve campaign, there's no reason to spare anyone, so I usually stack up the bodies and make up a backstory for why they should live or die. He didn't choose this life. He probably has a family. He paid $10,000 for a commission of Polyzorovas Normandy, inflated, larger than the solar system. Hiding bodies is a fine art. Dark alleyways conceal your wet work. Dumpsters work in plain sight. But the most functional and reusable of all is the humble toilet. You're telling me every building has a room with one door and no windows? Excellent. Ledges and fences can be vaulted by pressing space or holding shift as you run towards them. The same goes for windows, but breaking them creates a lot of noise. They facilitate movement, but being waist high, they give up your position as well. Ventilation shafts are completely silent and let you navigate around buildings. Doors are deceptively creaky, but don't actually make any noise when opening or closing, except when you bash them open. Timing this with a passing patrol is an instant knockout. Enemies will leave their patrol route and investigate if they hear or spot something suspicious. This can be both a nuisance and an opportunity to lure them into the open. For example, I can leave a door open, switch off the lights, and hide in the closet. When a junkie comes to investigate the open door, he notices the dark room and tries to find the light switch. As he passes by, I burst through the closet, drag him to the bathroom, and curb stomp his face. However, most situations aren't so ideal. When there's no cover to be found, press Control to go prone. You can't attack while prone, but the trade-off is drastically reduced detection. Combine it by crawling under a bush in some darkness, and you're almost invisible. Provided you're right below them, you can also slide
What's that? Must be the wind.
Security cameras. If you're ever unsure of how much noise you're making or how much light is on your character, you can always check the indicators on the bottom left. C is a non-lethal pistol whip. Holstering your weapon with H switches you to the best silent weapon in the game. Steve's ripped up, roided out body. Punching an enemy from behind is an instant knockout. 2 if you surprise them from the front or sides. Right click is a kick, which you can abuse by camping doors. Just be warned, enemies can also do it. Steve searches the drug den, but doesn't find anyone who killed his brother. This marks the main structure of the mission. Enter the scene, confront your target, and exfiltrate. Revenge is expensive, and we need money. Along the way, you can find secondary objectives, such as schematics, loose cash, jewelry, compromising material, and cryptocurrency. Unfortunately, every crypto wallet is at the end of its pump and dump, and every chat log only incriminates a low-tier Minecraft YouTuber at best. You might also encounter the mini-criminates, a low-tier
He should exploit attempt to stop the
Minecraft YouTuber at best. You might also encounter the Mini Uzi. If you want new guns for later missions, you have to exfiltrate with them first. Explanation: you're doing illegal shit, so you probably need an unregistered weapon with a scrubbed serial number. There's unique weapons across every level, and it's a matter of personal preference. But I do hope that one day you'll discover the joys of a Ruger MK4. Master gave Dobby the blicky with a switch. Dobby is now a free elf. This is a
the sound is nice, and the feel probably that probably is nice to use it, to play it.
Time to mention that Zed automatically loots ammunition, and Tilda lets you cycle between different varieties for your current weapon. In this case, between standard 9mm and positive P over pressure. Reloading with R doesn't magically save bullets. It throws out your current magazine on the floor and replaces it with whatever you have. There's no time to hand load ammunition. The magazine will make more of an echo to indicate how close you are to going dry. For added control, Alt cycles your fire mode. This is especially important to higher caliber rifles, where recoil will kill you before the enemy. Progress is kept by saves. These are limited permission, and you unlock more as you progress or reach a checkpoint. Honestly, I love the system. It forces you to live with your decisions and keep going. I've had some of the most fun just because I couldn't go back on my mistakes. Pro tip, I got really frustrated with how I had to manually name each save file, which would reset after checkpoints. Turns out, I'm a knuckle dragger and had no reason to do that, because F5 quick saves and F9 quick loads. Steve returns home empty-handed because F5 quick saves and F9 quick loads. Steve returns home empty-handed and receives an anonymous phone call, which isn't very anonymous at all because I can see their portrait. They call themselves the Accomplice, even though I can clearly see this is Kurt Cobain. They claim that they've also lost loved ones and the police have done nothing about it, offering Steve their assistance in tracking down those responsible, and also access to a Jobka warehouse with enough guns.
It's the stream is okay.
To scare the ATF. This is incredibly convenient, but I'm not complaining because now we have access to loadouts. All the money you collect from missions can be spent on tools and weapon attachments. Each upgrade is a one-time cost, so you don't have to worry about dropping them in the field. According to the Accomplice, one of the men that killed his brother was spotted on CCTV. After 34 days of intense training, Steve deploys to his next mission. You can choose anything you want for a loadout, but here's a recommendation. Guns are loud, and the only thing that comes close to silent is the Brugger and Fomet VP9. It's integrally suppressed. The original use was to put down sick animals, but it works on people too. It's chambered in 9mm subsonic. The only problem is the lack of ammunition. However, we can switch our Mini Uzi to 9mm subsonic as well, giving us an extra 64 pulls of a trigger. Why do I like this gun? Because it's a one-shot silent kill from behind, but primarily we won't be popping heads.
If you want to play stealth and not go breaking, killing everybody in a fight.
Light bulbs, because once you hit tab, darkness becomes...
I like the two styles, and in a game you can replay anytime you want, so you can play all the styles you want.
Your best friend. No matter the loadout, night vision goggles are standard issue. Enemies might have flashlights, but they can't see in the dark. For gadgets, I take the HSR EMP to glitch out cameras without suspicion, the taser for non-lethal takedowns at range, and a throwing knife. because I give up my non-lethal run halfway into each mission. Aside from this, I take a Kevlar plate. It's not that noisy, and each time you forget you're wearing it, you'll be glad you remembered. To be clear, this is the difference between dying from 2 bullets instead of 1, but hey, every little bit counts. Additionally, armor lets you heal off damage. Red is your actual health. Getting shot turns it to yellow, which is potential health if you take a moment to recover. Please note, in the middle of combat, you do not have this luxury. The music...
I thought it would be the entire game in one hit shot, but no. You can circumvent it.
It gives you context clues to how you're doing. If you're incognito, it's calm and peaceful. It gets tense if a level is starting to get suspicious, and the moment an unsuppressed round is fired, the track goes loud.
Ooh. Holy shit. Good soundtrack.
Knows how to pick locks now. This is called
I'm glad I put on my wish list.
Development. It's fairly fast and silent, but you're vulnerable in the process. If you're in a hurry, you could choose to break the lock instead, making a bunch of noise in the process. Most locks are indoors, but there's also breaker boxes that let you kill the lights for an entire building. Unlike broken lights, power outages don't arouse suspicion, but they do force patrols to walk outside and flip back the breaker, during which time you can sneak inside or incapacitate them. The mission goes without a hitch. We find one of our brother's killers who leaks the location of another. First, we make sure he's telling the truth. Then we ventilate him. We fail to find him, but stumble on his dealer, who says he's getting his supply from a serious operation by the nickname Shopkeeper. Following our second lead to a port warehouse, we find the man who started all this, the one who ordered the attack on you and your brother. After a heartfelt recollection, we send him straight to hell. Surprisingly, this doesn't improve
But the attack was random, or there was a motive?
Mental health. The kill sends Steve into a rage as he intravenously injects 50cc trenbolone acetate directly into his cock vein. This event unlocks a special perk.
Tutorial Die Hard. Foiled by anger, Steve reflects in situations where he is greatly outnumbered, now slow down time. Giving him a reaction time advantage. Nice. Don't let tutorials stop gameplay.
Die Hard. Whenever you're outnumbered in a gunfight, your adrenaline kicks in and you go into slow-mo. Usually, this triggers at the worst possible time. So, not only do you have to die, you have to watch it in slow motion. Steve is understandably traumatized. I can relate to this. When I was 15, I landed on the dark web, and I saw so many Chinese industrial accidents that it left an impression on me. This is the equivalent of Illidan taking in the Eye of Sargeras. I was awakened to things I shouldn't know. Or maybe I'm overreacting, as everybody else took it differently. My friends would see a man cooked to a crisp from touching live electrical wire and send me a one-line response on Skype. Nerve gas. Unsatisfied, Steve vows to take down as many drug peddlers as possible with the help of his trusty accomplice. Once we...
Sounds like what my bros would say too. Sometimes even me.
Pursue the shopkeeper, the game reaches its highest complexity. This is no longer low-end drug trafficking. This is organized crime. Accordingly, we don't have random goons. We have security details with Kevlar and automatic weapons. There's cameras everywhere, magnetic key cards for checkpoints, and every person on the map is radioed in. If they say a single word, the entire level is on lockdown. Stealth is heavily encouraged. In fact, it's your only option. You're playing the real game now, and there's nothing left to teach you. So let's finish up the story. Shopkeeper handles production, or at least he used to. Baker is responsible for distribution. However, he's the only one who expresses any remorse for his actions and promises a favor if you let him go. This is the one and only choice to spare someone in the first game, and I recommend you take it. Finishing your vengeance spree, you return to the peace of your domestic life and watch slop on TV. Then your apartment gets broken into by several hitmen sent to kill you. Despite the length of it, this is easily one of my favorite missions. Also, the song is a banger.
This is
the last one alive.
This is because he chose to spare. So there is this extra mission.
You off that he got the job from Empathetic. Shopkeeper, Baker, Empathetic. Everyone in this game works off ridiculous nicknames. What's next? Candyman? Sugar? Quasimodo? You try to call Accomplice for answers, but the phone is dead. Steve is mildly stressed from his experience and has a quick smoke to clear his head.
Ooh,
Baker is mildly Quasimodo? You try to call Accomplice for answers, but the phone is dead. Steve is mildly stressed from his experience and has a quick smoke to clear his his head. Baker is the only one that picks up. Grateful for your mercy, he gives you access to the black market and a new hideout. As he lies low and hides from his former colleagues, you assault Empathetic's restaurant and hold him at gunpoint. He refuses to break confidentiality, but points you in the direction of someone who can. An undercover cop knows where the hit came from, but his cover is blown, and he won't spill the beans until you wipe out the mob he's infiltrating. One hand washes the other. To nobody's surprise, you haven't been receiving the support of a benevolent millionaire. Instead, you've helped a crime boss wipe out his competition. You're the only loose end. Your final objective? Kill everyone.
Oh, nice. And I got to the spoiler, but
including the
I still didn't play, so it's okay.
accomplice, but not before injecting him with enough heroin that he can't possibly hold a firearm, and writing a dubious letter where your handwriting is visibly...
I don't mind the spoilers too much. The game... That is still the gameplay for me.
different from arrest. Regardless, the courts are paid off, and his crackhead wife lives happily ever after. At the very least, you've kept drugs off the street. Kids will no longer fall prey to Flintstone gummy vitamins or the dreaded Oblivi card, Booth of the Year edition. I just realized I explained the entirety of Intravenous 1 to contextualize the events of a second. When a story is secondary...
That was the one? Oh... I thought it was the entire game.
And doesn't actually matter.
I didn't even notice.
What does matter is starting the second campaign on true difficulty, which doesn't mean arbitrarily harder. It means we've intentionally handicapped the AI for every other difficulty to prepare you for playing on normal. Dropping bodies make noise. Enemies notice missing patrols, react faster, and shoot harder. Everyone dies quicker. Bleeding can turn you into a cripple, and you have almost no save files. Just as it was always meant to be. Sean is a...
When I play this game, that every game on my wish list I have the intention to play. I don't know when, but I will play. I'll probably try to play on the max difficult.
Normal, Bishonen protagonist living in the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Your father needs ivermectin to treat his river blindness, but at $3 a pack for a one-time treatment that will completely cure his condition, he simply can't afford it. Out of options, he decides to become a hitman for Empathetic, only taking the jobs that he feels are morally justified. Your first objective is to kill a construction contractor that keeps scamming people by embezzling their money, asking for more to finish the job, and ghosting them when no more can be paid. This is exactly like gypsies in the Baltics. And call me prejudiced, but if it was me, you wouldn't have to pay me. Next, you're told to liquidate a politician who's allegedly involved in child trafficking. However, the hit goes wrong. Confronting the man, you find no evidence of the charges. You've been fed bullshit to kill a rival politician. You back out of a job only to find out your dad has been kidnapped. You're being blackmailed into killing people, and if you don't comply, they'll kill your father. By chance, Sean encounters Steve. Both of their names alliterate to SS, a reference to the Schutzstaffel. They form a dynamic duo. Steve is an infamous anabolic roid hog that single-handedly wiped out free mobs, and Sean has glass bones, paper skin, severe anemia, and he has an inhaler for his asthma. Together, they're gonna find Sean's dad, and maybe, somewhere along the way, they'll discover their feelings for each other. It's worth mentioning, there's light RPG mechanics where you get better at something the more you do it. Lockpicking, load-bearing, reloading, and recoil control for differently sized guns. Steve is combat seasoned. Sean is the equivalent of a polio victim in Treblinka. Naturally, he serves to benefit from Steve's experience, but Steve has only just met him, so you have to build up trust between missions by sparing targets and avoiding bystanders such as civilians and public officials. That's the new feature of Intravenous 2. Mixed populations. They're civilians and combatants. Some would argue they're the same thing, but Steve doesn't like you harming innocents. Wait, Steve, what exactly is your fatality rate? Dad might die if I don't comply with the kidnappers, but he's not exactly going to train my stats. And, worst comes to worst, our medical fees have just gone down. Sean takes the blackmail contracts and fumbles them, while Steve takes side missions to investigate their identity. Between missions, you return to your incel warehouse, where there's nothing to do except knock out lights with a soda can and watch whatever's on TV. Nothing to do except knock out lights with a soda can and watch whatever's on TV. After rescuing your
What
dad,
the
he's
fuck?
also in the hideout, so you can continue to disappoint him. I freed you, Papa. You're my captive now. We give him control of the TV, and he's pretty happy about that. However, he doesn't realize you can skip adverts and watches them in their entirety. Most parents would be like, let go of grudges. Come back, my boy. Your dad just encourages you. Honestly, he doesn't even mind that you're a hitman. Things really are different in Poland. Life has no value because death is meaningless. You just respawn at the nearest Biedronka. Anyway, we find a politician responsible for these shenanigans and put him down. Sean cries softly from realizing it's all over, but his face stings from a lip filler. Instead of planting a kiss, Steve wraps Sean in his bear-like embrace, and they get
What the
married.
heck?
The end. Mechanically, there's a lot to love about Sean in his bear-like embrace, and they get married. The end.
Code of Honor. Get to the best end.
Mechanically, there's a lot to love about this game. Every system blends in on itself, and
Seems
once
like a
you
nice
understand
game.
the enemy
Nice,
AI,
good
it
game.
becomes a beautifully controlled chaos. Enemies don't know where you are. Where they think you are is your last visual sighting and any source of noise. For example, I could kill the lights, shoot at a group, and jump out the window. As a second group loops around to flank me, they're hit by blind fire from the first.
Ooh.
If they take losses, they'll become more cautious. Instead of following you into your kill corridor, they'll use their superior numbers and camp outside. There's a couple of anomalies here and there. If you turn off a light in an occupied toilet, the guy gets suspicious, turns the light back on, and continues shitting. But generally, it's incredibly competent. Both campaigns are sick. There's a reason this game is so highly rated. It's not that long and very replayable. The writing is
Nice.
serviceable, but it's never the focus. Although,
The
at one
focus is
point,
the-
Sean does follow a
the game
GPS
you
tracker,
play.
and that's relevant to the story. So that's pretty cool. I knew a guy who did something similar, except instead of a GPS, it was other men's semen. I could go on
What
for
the
another
fuck?
10 minutes discussing every loadout, every weapon, and whether an infrared laser combined with a 9mm caliber conversion is worth the money. The short answer to which is yes. To save you the time, the optimal build is to go fully unarmed with one taser and electrocute your testicles. In summary, it insists upon itself. 0 out of 10. In all seriousness, this is a game with a microphone slider, so you can attach a $1 Xbox clip-on microphone to alert the entire level. It's amazing.
Interesting.
I thoroughly recommend Intravenous 2, which will be going on a 33% sale. And I doubly recommend the Remaster DLC, which is probably on a 20% discount. Together, they come to about $22 US, or the price of 6 packs of Marlboro Red here in Bosnia. I've already put 60 hours into this. It's worth it. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild, generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
Oh, there is a bunch of... it's the credits. Okay. With the credits behind. I already put on my wishlist. I will definitely play this game. I don't know when, but I will play. And I really liked the focus more on the gameplay is the type of thing that I like because it's a game. It should give more focus to the gameplay aspect, and not try to be a movie, not try to be Hollywood. No, anyway, if you liked the video, please give it a like. Comment something, maybe recommend a video that you want to be watched. And subscribe. The original video is on the description. The VOD of the live that I watched is on the description too, if you're interested on seeing other things, because the YouTube disliked me posting 5 videos in one day, so I have to post just 1 video per day. So yeah. Okay, stop recording. Nice, very nice video too, but the game I definitely will play in the future. Let me just save the link, so when I post the video on my channel it's easier. Let's see. First the name of the game, the video I mean, now the link. Okay, now it's saved. And today someone commented on one of my videos recommending something. It's the next video. Okay, the stream is okay. It's this one from 7 years ago. Limbo, Limbo of the Lost, the greatest bad game. As it and because it was a recommendation, I will uh I will probably change the schedule sch- how do I pronounce it? Schedule, I don't know. I will probably change the schedule to put this game to go to upload in the channel before some others. Uh, oh yeah, I forgot to look at the recording and put the name of the video on the recording. Let me do it right now, really fast. What the fuck? Okay, now it's saved. MP4. Nice. Okay. Um. Now, the next video. Limbo of the Lost, the greatest bad game, Mandalore game. The guy said that the guy that recommended it said that his favorite gaming channel from 7 years ago. Oh, nice. Let me see some of the comments. 20 years of development makes sense. They had to wait for the other devs to finish the stolen assets. So this, what the fuck? This game look like when you have a dream about a game that doesn't exist based on games that you played. Mm. Sounds like a shit show. But by the name of the game, or the name of the video, makes sense. No. Let me start recording. Nice. Hello, YouTube. Here because this one was recommended to me. Limbo of the Lost, the greatest bad game. The guy said that is his favorite creator uh, gaming channel, and he recommended this video. The link is on the description. If you want to, if you like it, please give a like, comment something. If you want to recommend something, would be nice too, and subscribe. Okay, with that said, let's go. Limbo of the Lost, the greatest bad game.
Shake a leg. Get a move on. Oh, no, 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 no.
What the fuck? Already in the beginning,
Hurry up,
it started
Fritzy.
strange.
Shake a leg. Get a move on. Oh, no, 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 no.
What the heck? This animation, strange. Mandalore game.
A few weeks ago, a game called Hunt Down the Freeman was released. To put it bluntly, it's abysmal. There are feature-length videos talking about how bad it is. On top of that, it was using assets that appear to be stolen from other games and mods. I saw some people calling this the biggest scam in gaming, but I remembered a story very similar to this one, and not too long ago actually. Imagine a game that stole at least 10 times as much stuff but got a physical release. Well, it's here. It's actually right here on my desk. Highly enjoyable. I was immersed
Looking forward to a great day of adventure.
within the first few minutes. I've never heard of
Forget the reality landed to darkest dreams. What the heck?
any of these websites, but I do agree that it is a highly enjoyable game. As you can tell from the title, this isn't just going to be a review this time. It's going to be a little different. So in the spirit of Hunt Down the Freeman, I'd like to share a game that's so bad it's good, but also so much more. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get started.
Let's go.
Forget reality.
Limbo of the Lost. Holy
This is maybe
shit.
the best advice you'll get in the whole game. When you start it up, you get a cutscene of someone falling through fire, and it's from the movie Spawn. I don't mean they ripped it off,
Okay, sorry. I stopped the recording. I had to do something really fast. Now, okay, it's recording again. I had to give a pause because I have to do something. Now I'm back. Let me go back 30 seconds. Oh,
This
yeah,
is maybe the best advice
so
you
it's
get
in
in
the
the whole
beginning.
game. When you start it up, you get a cutscene of someone falling through fire, and it's from the movie Spawn.
Spawn, that superhero. I remember knowing about him because my ex-brother-in-law that was the guy that was married to my sister. How do I say it in English? Well, I think his brother-in-law. Yeah, he really liked this Spawn, so he presented it to me, the hero. It was his favorite hero.
I don't mean they ripped it off, I mean they literally took this scene from the movie Spawn,
Holy
and they
shit.
just made it their intro. The only thing different they did was putting a border around it. And the border itself,
They just
taken
stole.
from World of Warcraft
Bro.
wallpaper. The game hasn't begun.
Just in the beginning, and they are still two things.
And there are already 2 lawsuits waiting to happen. This came out in 2008. This wasn't, Wild West internet. I'm not going to play the whole intro, but there are only 3 people listed in the
Limbo
credits, and that's
Fidelis.
probably why. Also, I have no clue what anyone's saying or what's happening. Give a listen
This
to the audio.
animation is
mix.
so strange.
Why, it's a marksman.
What the fuck?
Presence of the living.
What
We'll
the
come
hell
up
is
again
this
later,
intro?
but even if you could hear them, it wouldn't make a difference. Finally, we get to the prologue, featuring a vaguely adjusted Battle for Middle-earth loading screen. Then, it begins.
What the? Bro.
So you are awake?
Holy shit. It's kind of funny. It's so stupid, so ugly, so bad. How do I say it? I forgot how to say it in English. How so bad made, and it's kind of funny.
Good. No. Do not be fearful of me. I am to help, not to hurt. I am friend.
Where do you even start with something like this? Well, first of all, the
What
style of
the
cutscene
hell?
may be familiar to some people. I couldn't understand what it was until later. It's a spiritual successor to the CDI Zelda cutscenes. It has all the ingredients.
Oh boy, I'm so hungry I could eat an Octorok.
Arak doesn't tell you about your backstory or why you're there, but he tells you to stay away from the Dark
What
Ones.
the heck?
Well, I guess he tells the main character Briggs, because you, the player, are a character.
Yes. Look, they're on the other side.
So the game is from your face?
When you finally get to playing, it seems
Or
like
you do you control the guy or?
any typical adventure game. Limbo the Lost is entirely in 2D, which is awkward. At best, the
kinda
Briggs
strange,
model just
looks
seems out of
strange.
place compared to everything else.
You control this guy. Okay.
At its worst, the
I
game
think-
just doesn't know how to
I'm
handle
not sure.
it. A lot of the backgrounds look jagged and awful, and in
The
theory,
way he walks.
this could be fixed with anti-aliasing. I tried setting it up to maximum, and as far as I can tell, it doesn't do anything. Oh right, like I just said, this is a 2D game, so that's a screenshot. Why have the option? That is incredible. Sometimes character sprites will double over each other in different positions. The art style can change every other room. Basically, the visuals are a mess on a technical and artistic level. Some people play adventure games to explore aesthetically pleasing worlds, and this isn't one of those. Limbo of the Lost keeps you entertained by being half freak show and half scavenger hunt. For example, the first room you're in, stolen from Return to Castle Wolfenstein. The entire beginning of the game is. I'm not going
Bro, they stole everything.
to show all of it, so it would take forever. Just seeing what's stolen is fun, but there's so much more. For example, here's going up a set of stairs.
What the hell?
It's never explained, it just happens. That's the story for this game. Things
You are like. What is happening
It's
here?
never explained, it just happens. That's the story for this game. Things happen.
Who are you? Oh, faggot's the name, and cooking's me game.
That's not a joke. The character's name is Cranny Faggot, and we're still in the prologue.
Holy shit.
Go away.
Maybe I can try to play this game. I'm not sure. Sounds like it's an old game. Maybe it's don't have on Steam. Does it have Steam? I'll probably have to look it up how to download. I think. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it.
Black Hawk trust no one. Black Hawk only trust birds.
I hope you can understand why this is beyond the regular video format. This is going to be a house tour / history lesson of an
Black
insane
Hawk.
asylum. I'm not going to show all the good parts, but I'm going to break some things down, show some stolen stuff, and show how it doesn't work. If you've seen some of my other videos, you'll know that I'm no stranger to sound issues in games. However, Limbo the Lost
What
has a
game
unique
is this?
one that I haven't seen anywhere else. There are no audio
The
options,
hands look
not even volume
static.
control. Fair enough. I can just lower it in the volume mixer. This works for a little bit. Whoa, what happened? The sound level just jumped back up. Whenever you change a room, your volume spikes back up to your default.
Bro,
I've never seen something like this. I can only guess it's running some kind of check every time it loads a new room and then sets your audio up. Shh. Grunger. The big technical issue is that the game is prone to crashing. It seems to be random, but right here, I can swear that Briggs crashes the game.
bro. Wait a
Well, there's
minute.
your port report, PC
Wait a
Master
minute.
Race. Luckily, you can load from the splash screen. Or anywhere else in the game. If the conversation is going too long and you're worried about crashing, you could just pause the game and save in the middle of it. So the crashing isn't as big of a deal as it should be. By the way, check out the menu.
If you save everything, back to hell, so I shall save your soul and deny.
The unpause button being back to hell is pretty funny. But look at the gargoyle.
He realized better use.
I won't run out of these anytime soon. It's good that the technical issues are for the most part weird and not game destroying. Having a so bad it's good game is much harder than a so bad it's good movie. With something like The Room, you just pop it in and watch Tommy do his thing. This is why good bad games are hard to find. A bad game is like having Tommy Wiseau make the movie, but also the DVD it's carried on, and the DVD player. I've seen some people say that Hunt Down the Freeman is a so bad it's good game, but it's really not. If you're spending more time lost or feeling frustrated than laughing at the works of a madman, it's just not a good bad
Yeah,
game.
true.
I don't think
There is a fine line between a Kuso game that it's fun to play and a Kuso game that is a hell to play. So yeah.
I think games that are designed to be broken like Goat Simulator should count for the category, but I'm not the expert. There's just something special about seeing someone's different brain working at full capacity on a passion. Limbo of the Lost started development sometime in the early 90s, so nearly 20 years went into this. So the fact that it's
Holy
functional
shit.
and relatively hassle-free on a modern system is a blessing. So now I'm going to show you how the
20
game is
years?
played. The interface is very simple. You can right-click anywhere in the game world to open up a Ouija board. On an object, you can sense it, look at it, take it, or perform an action on it. In reality, you'll only be using 3 of these and not sense because it's useless. It's your sense of smell, but most things in the game you can't smell.
No sense, no feeling.
99% of objects in the game will say that. When it comes to inventory, you just mouse to the top of the screen to access it, and you can use your actions on these items as well. For example, if you have a letter, you could use the look command and then read it.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Well, I guess Cranny Faggot likes to drop
this note was written by Ganger to his mother, Cranny Faggot. So she likes to drop off the house. What the
to the hard stuff, but the menu. Ah. Let me know if you see anything that I
Bro.
miss. Anyway, some of the letters only open main menu options. You won't get all the letters until about the last 10 seconds of the game. Since you also click to move around as well, you don't need your keyboard for any of this. So the controls are fine and the UI is passable except for 2 flaws. That compass is always spinning. You might be saying, so what, it's spinning around. Well, just wait. When the levels will start turning into a maze, this is going to get into your head.
What the
To
heck?
give it credit, it will stop moving when you mouse over an exit, but it might not always stop in the exact right place. Like right here, it stops moving for a moment, but I click there and I can't move off it. Nope, that didn't do it. Oh my god.
Ooh,
Come on,
bro,
finally, there we
sounds
go.
a hassle to play. I imagine how much time he spent to make this video, bro.
Interesting piece. I saw those skulls just everywhere. Well, once again, it's more Diablo. And a shield of all things.
Interesting.
Naturally, you expect bad adventure game logic for the puzzles. And don't worry, those are there. It just takes it farther into crazy person logic. So now I'm going to go through the game chapter by chapter and show things I thought were interesting. Not all of them in case you want to play it yourself, but enough to give you an idea of what to expect.
Oh, I say, we have a visitor.
One more strange
How
character
lovely.
in the animation. What the?
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
The same reaction, what the fuck?
Hang on. Do not be afraid.
What are these animations? Bro. It's some kind of mind. Maybe it's a project that he did when he used drugs, or maybe things that he saw in dreams, because why? I want to imagine the why he did it. He wanted it to make a different thing, something that would be remembered the way that is remembered. I'm not sure.
Is that better?
Dungeon Master.
The prologue is brief, but it serves as a perfect introduction to the game. Your main goal is to steal a key from a jailer known as Grunger, or Grunger depending on who you're talking to, and escape the level. To get the key, you need to make a sleeping potion and knock him out and snatch it from his neck, except he's already asleep. Huh. What's interesting is how they were able to except he's already asleep. Huh.
It's not. Huh. What a mind. What a mind of the creator.
What's interesting is how they were able to weave the storm.
Did he ever do another game, or that was his own game? He said that he spent 20 years making this game, so
backgrounds together into something consistent. Like I said before, the very beginning is from Wolfenstein, but the later parts of the prologue are from a different game, an Xbox hack and slash called Enclave, or Enclave depending on where you're from. This is what you would go out and rent before the Souls games were invented. Back in the day, we just called it Swede Souls, you know, because Starbreeze is Swedish.
when Enclave. Oh,
Man,
looks
this
nice.
reminds you of the good stuff. Anyhow, I went on a sightseeing tour in some games to find the locations.
Bro.
A lot of the Limbo of the Lost backgrounds are really zoomed in or have
Looks so
the colors
strange.
adjusted, but it's not enough to hide it, especially if someone's looking for it. However, Enclave is integrated into the game a little bit differently than the others in one area. In the prologue, you meet a trapped character who's hanging in a suspended cage and he doesn't shut up. It's a joke that goes on way too long, but I like the skeleton in the background. You need to collapse the cage so you can grab his arm and then throw it into the sleeping potion you're making. You go to the room above the cages and see the two ropes suspending them. There's a huge lever in the room, but it does nothing when you try to action it.
Okay.
Plus, I can see that these ropes are attached
So
to
it's
a gate.
a puzzle.
Meanwhile, I found the same room in Enclave. They did try to hide this a little bit more by flipping the screen around. Good hustle. So you pull the lever and it raises the gate. The one you can clearly see. In Limbo of the Lost, you have to be Captain Kleptomaniac to put together a torch and then burn down the rope.
What the? Who's that screaming?
Meanwhile, no, he can't slash the ropes. Maybe they thought that the puzzles were too similar, so made their own torch puzzle to differentiate from it. But in that case, why leave the lever there? Did they not have anybody who could Photoshop it out? I haven't gotten there yet,
True.
but it's not even the most blatant plagiarism. Not even close. So what came first, the torch or the lever? Was the puzzle based around a stolen level, or did the puzzle come first and they just made the level fit into it somehow? Well, I think I have the answer. Remember when I said it was in development for nearly 20 years? Well, they released a demo in 1995 for the Amiga 32. The 88th issue of the Amiga Computing magazine only had some images of it, but the 11th issue of a magazine called Amiga CD32 Gamer had a demo. As far as I can tell, issue 11 is lost to time, but the demo isn't. Time to fire up the emulator.
What a stink. And before you say it, it isn't me.
Huh.
Man, gaming used to
Amiga
be so much better back in the day.
600.
Forget reality. Surrender to your darkest dream.
They kept the same line. Wow, it'll have hordes of monsters. I've got to admit, this game looks a lot nicer than the one they released.
Yes. The original idea was better. And somewhere along the way, he abandoned the art style. The thing that he wanted it to do.
Stuck? Try logic.
The Amiga version is actually more of a pain because you have to cycle through more options with the mouse by right-clicking.
Oh,
Door.
What makes it unbearable is if you don't do something for 7 seconds, it stops the game.
sounds like a hassle to play through. It looks better, but it doesn't. Just because it looks better doesn't mean that it plays better. From the beginning, the gameplay and the ideas were, you know, bleh.
Game.
Hello?
This is also a time demo, so I don't want to have to keep restarting it. It's really reminding me of CDI Zelda now. But wouldn't you know it, it's the exact same first puzzle. Grabbing the torch, combining it with the human fat, and lighting it in the cauldron. The exact same thing.
Nah, this brew's designed to chew, not spew.
Mr. Faggot.
This demo is going to have some more importance, but I'm going to put it aside for now. The demo proves that, on some level, there was an original game being made, so it wasn't a complete sham of grabbing things from other games and designing it around that. That being said, there are stolen elements that are just lazy. For example, all the signs are using a Lord of the Rings font. Why not use a font that doesn't need a license? It's a shame because the elements that are original are genuinely bizarre and funny.
You need a license to the other
Are just lazy. For example, all the signs are using a Lord of the Rings font.
Lord of the Rings font. You need a license to it. Can you license a font? Maybe I should make a font for myself.
Why not use a font that doesn't need a license? It's a shame because the elements that are original are genuinely bizarre and funny.
What the?
So how bad do the puzzles get? The sleep potion isn't that far-fetched, except you also need the jailer's snot to complete it. Plus, you get your first taste of crazy person logic. Cranny's potion calls for liquor, so you'd think you could find some liquor somewhere, but you can't. You fill a jar with water, combine it with a worm, and then you have tequila. That's dumb, but only...
And how is the person that is playing for the first time without a prologue or without a tutorial, how is he to discover? What the heck?
only a taste of what's to come. I'm back from the sewer water. Here's your booze, Madam Faggot. You wake up the jailer to give him the potion that puts him back to sleep and then grab his key. And you're done.
Grubs up. My favorite.
My favorite. What the?
Chapter complete. The tutorial. I'd usually be in the middle by now, but everything's all messed up in this video. And so begins Chapter 1.
Bro, everything was just the
And
tutorial.
the keeper of lost souls. You have done well to get this far.
What is this place?
To some, this is home. To others, it is a halfway house between their world and the next.
Okay.
This is the keep of lost souls.
Bro.
So tell me, am I dead?
What the?
The same reaction. The same surprised reaction to everything.
Here, let me give you this.
What the fuck? Who wrote this?
Sorry about that. Don't know what came over me.
We are off to an excellent start. This is when the levels start to open up and the true madness begins. There are a bunch of coffins you could grab items
I
from,
guess
but
it's a
several
way
of them
to
are
the
red
guy to-
herrings, and they don't do anything.
I guess it's a way to the guy that made to put his whatever strange ideas he comes to his mind or something like that. I don't know why you trying to understand why he did it.
There are
but
also 3 items,
maybe there is not a why.
2 of which you need to complete stuff, but you can only hold 1 at a time. One gift to rule them all. Some of the investigating is odd and lacks visual cues. I use take on an empty eye socket and I get a glass eye out of it. Why not just have an eyeball there? Chapter 1's beginning is all about teaching you not to trust what you can see. Like crossing this bridge that has rotting planks that are breaking apart. All the items I collected didn't help me out, but here's the answer. You go to the entrance of the level and pick up an entire coffin lid. Now you could use it on the bridge to cross. That doesn't look safe to me. Your perspective really gets thrown off in this level. Not long after, you find what looks like a satanic dog bowl. Fluffy. Oh, don't tell me. I was really expecting the dog from Harry Potter. Or maybe the model from the game.
Fluffy. That's the name of the... I never watched any of the Harry Potter movies. That's the name of the dog? Or something like that.
Hey, are you asleep?
Oh my god, they did it. Alright.
So fucking ugly.
And stop. Actually, they are 3 separate dogs, so it's not a complete ripoff. But then why only show one dog bowl in the cutscene? The world may never know. To keep the dogs distracted, you have to put a bone in each of their bones.
Yeah. With this game, with this video, I came to notice that you can't really try to discover or think about the why. Maybe there is never why. He just did it.
Bowls. For every bone you put in, a gate opens up. This room is a 3-door hub to the rest of the level, so ideally you want all the doors open at once. The only place you can get a bone is from the first room, but you can only carry one at a time. It's about a minute trek each way and there's no special event or challenge, it's just to waste your time. As for the level itself, it's interesting in that it's not only plagiarizing, but also recycling plagiarized material. It's mainly Painkiller, the catacomb level to be exact.
Ooh,
all they did here
nice.
was slightly angle the
Painkiller.
screenshots they took and sometimes slap some signs
played.
around. Dead Man's Drop, Dead Man's Curve, Dead Man's Gorge. I wish I was dead. I wouldn't call it a maze because there's only so many directions you can go, but it is annoying. Like any average adventure game, some stuff you can figure out on your own, but others are just deranged.
Oh, thank you, Black Hawk, but really,
Black
there's
Hawk.
no need for...
Shh. No buts. Now, go.
Do you know what? Every gift tells a story.
It's like you going in a trip. I would not know because I never used any drugs, but maybe that's how they feel. The same feeling of you watching and seeing these strange images, strange things being said, strange things being shown. I kinda like it. I kinda like it because it's a expression of a strange mind, the free form expression of a strange guy, maybe something like that. It's a bad game, but it has its value. It has its value. How do I pronounce it? I don't know. Well, he did steal some things to make this game, but the strangeness of the town, it's kind of interesting. I'm glad that this guy made this video about it.
I would be really excited to see Briggs in the new Smash. While
Shift
there are
Black
more
and
elaborate
Hulk.
puzzles to choose from, there's a really simple one that shows Madman logic, or maybe 4-year-old logic. Eventually you'll need a soul of a warrior to get past a statue that's drunk and sounds like Predator. You need to switch the real green soul bottle with a decoy that you make yourself. So you fill up an identical looking bottle with water, that's a good start, but what do you mix it with? You use a bag of saffron. Now saffron
Bag of
spice
saffron.
is typically more red colored. The color saffron is named after the tips of the flowers that make the spice. So assuming it
Oh.
is a bag of the spice, it'd be more...
What the heck? I hope the energy don't go away. There was something wrong with the energy in the house. Oh shit. If it's go away in the middle of the thing, it would be bad. Wait a little. It's okay, I think. Okay, let's continue. and pray.
red colored, but we can pretend that it's all golden saffron tips. So you combine
My air conditioner, my air, stupid. Oh well.
the yellow saffron with the water,
It's
and
gonna
you
get
get
hot.
green. Because water is blue and saffron is yellow, and blue plus yellow equals green. Water isn't paint, at least not in my part of the country yet.
Come along now, you can let me now. Yeah, it's alright. I promise you won't go to sleep.
What the fuck?
Talk about anything. I promise you. Yeah.
The first level also has the first of 3 hidden
It's
items.
a fucking
You
comment
can only see
game.
it if you aim for the left of the stairwell here. It's not horrible, but a little too out of the way. Rest assured, each one of these will be worse than the last.
My favorite.
Here, you must take in exchange for gift.
I think that's enough of Chapter 1. Like I said
What the
before,
fuck?
I'm only giving you a taste of what's in store. The sewers. What's really incredible is how little you learn by talking to so many people. We're now 2 chapters in and we only know that we're a chosen one and that we're stuck in limbo. The story offers just about zero intrigue. Like anything so bad that's good, you just keep playing to see what happens. It still might be best
Yeah,
to play this
just-
game in bursts.
Just your curiosity to make you go with this hassle, and because it can have some funny scenes as we saw.
The ambient audio never stops looping, but this one soundbite is the worst. It's roughly every 2 minutes. It's also a stolen sound effect
What
from the
the
Hammer
heck?
Hansen Thief. The sewer/swamp level has the most plagiarized things I could recognize without looking stuff up. The first screen, once you pass into the sewer, is from Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Most of the gross sewers
Bro.
seems to be the Hollywood sewers. There's an entire
Plagiarize
room filled with Morrowind
everything.
items. There's a set of orcish armor and a bunch of weapon models they just retextured. This won't be the last we see of Elder Scrolls games. Not even close. There's also this Greek helmet in the corner I thought was from Google Images. After looking around, it turned out to be the Dusk Deep helm from Diablo 2. Incredibly, I don't think this is the most blatant plagiarism in the game yet. That won't be until next chapter. Chapter 2 does have one of my favorite stolen assets, the flute. Not the instrument itself, but the song. Okay,
Bro.
they had a little Indiana Jones tune. So what? Well, it's more than you think.
Oh, that is gonna be a rock
They
too.
didn't bother to whistle the tune themselves, but instead took an Easter egg from Serious Sam. That is impressive. As for the game, it's very similar to That is impressive.
What the fuck?
As for the game, it's very similar to Chapter 1. Once again, there are 3 main doors, except this time you can only open one at a time. Innovative. The puzzles themselves are becoming more cruel, both narratively and mechanically. Can you see the important item in this room? It's not this panel, not this jar, not the glowing picture on the wall. It's a piece of wood on the back desk. You can only click on about 2 pixels of it, so you can mouse right over it and miss it. This is the second worst hidden object in the game. As for narrative, at one point Briggs sneaks up on an old man and then puts an iron bear trap over his eyes.
Bro.
That seems a bit excessive, so why would he do that? To take his pen and ink. Reality is slipping.
Everything, every time something more strange.
Oh neat, Thor's hammer.
Ooh. What the fuck? Out of nowhere. Somewhere in the
Logic
sewers.
is running on empty in Chapter 2. So now we're
He's
gonna
just-
move on to the only
It's just freestyling craziness. Don't think about the why.
real plot and character driven level in the game. Chapter 3.
Welcome to Darkmare. Just close
Why is
shots,
music
man.
double overlaying? Darkmere.
He's very, very worried about you, and I'm a little bit worried myself about being worried about your friend, being worried about you, being worried about this, and I want you to take it so I don't have to worry no more.
He just
Thank you.
don't care. He stopped caring about things make sense. He's just doing whatever comes to mind, I think. Bro.
Soul Taker! Soul Taker!
Her audio is way better than the main characters. What? Darkmere is the first time you can learn more about the inhabitants and where you are. It's refreshing. After doing random tasks with very little story drive, it's nice to have some narrative. Graves has been accused of being a monster called the Soul Taker. You're imprisoned in a very familiar looking cell, but it's not for long. You find your way out.
Darkmere prison.
Seems we have done you a great injustice, my good fellow.
The mayor appoints you as detectives, so now you need to interview people, gather clues, and find the real Soul Taker. You even have a little LA Noire clue book. Why is the snow not cold? That's a good start. And so begins the most unbelievable plagiarism in the game.
Bro, Skyrim music.
You cannot be serious. Nearly every single interior is ripped out of Oblivion. It's not remotely subtle. They copy floor plans entirely. The Shivering Isles expansion had come out just a year before. This could have been on the same shelf as Oblivion. People were actively playing this game. How could they think no one would notice? It's mind-blowing. There's no other way to put it. Out of all the things that people might miss, you took entire levels from a popular AAA game that was still on shelves. Even then, they still managed to screw up the background. I still play modded Oblivion from time to time, so I could go right down to the first edition bookstore. Here he is behind the counter.
I never played the Oblivion or Skyrim or any of these games. I could play from the beginning, to the last, and I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna play the remaster. I'm gonna play the original because I want to see the original artistic intent of the creators.
And here's the back view. You enter the building from the wrong side. The register facing the clerk, the books facing outwards, it's all mixed up. They couldn't even get the chair completely out of the shot. This feels like having an out-of-body experience. The fact that living human beings thought they could do this and make money off of it without getting in trouble is mind-boggling. Now would be a good time to bring up the fire. Since they just screenshotted the level, they needed animated torches. All the fire in the game uses fire.gif. They downloaded a fire gif, put it on the Oblivion screenshot, level completed. It wasn't even the first time in the game they took Oblivion assets, but Darkmere is chock full of them. It's unreal. Literally unreal. Unreal Tournament 2004, except they were taking and editing user maps. So they took all these measures to change the map from some map maker, but not the major studio game owned by ZeniMax?
Oh, mate.
What the hell? Lumbago. What the
Oh dear.
I can never return to first edition.
What the heck?
What is there to see in Cyrodiil? There are several interesting characters. You might not be able to talk to them for long, but what's there is really good. Much like the real Oblivion, however, it's held back by the amount of voice actors they had. Much of Darkmere's population is voiced by one guy pitching his voice up and down or making funny voices.
It seems we have done you a great injustice, my good fellow.
Yeah, it don't seem like a game that have too much people working on it. Some crazy dude with the freestyling ideas.
Can I help you, miss?
Actually, it's Mr., not Miss.
What? You can't be my sister. I haven't even got a sister.
Mister, I'm a man.
For an age, it seems that this has been going on. One after another, they disappear. Souls taken.
There are two actors with better equipment, but they have their own issues. Sometimes you can hear the click of someone starting to record it in the background.
My pleasure, Mr. Detective. Now, you sure nothing takes your fancy before you go?
Detective? I say, detective. We found another one.
It's a different voice for the same
Can
guy.
you hear me?
Well, at least he died peacefully.
Can you help me find the Soul Taker?
Mon Dieu, s'il vous plaît, monsieur. Do not say those two words within this house. Shadows may seek even this place.
What the fuck?
Come on. Give her a chance at least.
What? Detective Briggs is a mix of both the best and the worst the game has to offer. Exploring the town and finding clues are more engaging than all the other chapters, at least until you hit a wall. Unlike the previous levels, Dark Mirror
Yeah,
is
because the guy clearly doesn't follow some logic. He's just doing things. So I guess the puzzles would be strange and different. And
expansive. They even give you a map that lets you teleport around town, it's so big. Now this is great for a while, but then the game starts trying to trick you. When you and your deputy find another victim of the Soul Taker, sometimes you'll automatically pick up his items. This saves hassle at first, but it doesn't always work this way. Sometimes a cutscene will end and the game will automatically have you leave the area, but you don't want to leave, you want to go back. There are items being left behind that don't show up in the previous screen, so you always want to double check. Here, I can see the key on the floor, but the game has me walk right past it, and I have to go back and get it. If I wasn't paying attention, I could have been screwed from that and had to look all over town to find the right item. The stolen level design that's not touched up makes it even harder than it should be. That light really is an exit on the Unreal map, but in here it looks like one, but you can't go through it. This Frankenstein of a game isn't even stitched up right. Sometimes an area that had nothing might have items appear there later. Keep checking the journal. If something's not crossed off, you have to go back later. I could follow the plot up until Briggs was hiding in a stable with some terrifying horses. So he scopes it out and he's like hiding in the corner and his characters walk in and then one says horses for courses. I've played this a few times now and I have no idea what this means, but it's the key.
That's what the creature was trying to tell me.
You mean this guy?
oh fuck! Ah man, my thing. Phew. Wait a little. Let me pause the recording. Ai, cacete. Fucking hell. Let me... It's because of the vibration. No. It's not vibrating anymore. So... to probably not fall again, I think. But I'm not sure. Just hope. Bye. Okay, now adjusting a little bit. Oh, fucking hell. I think it's okay now. Let me see. Where's that position? And okay, it's alright. My cell phone fell because it started vibrating, and it's nothing very. And it fell again. What the fuck? I have to put in another place because this place in here is not gonna work. Wait, just a little. Try to find a better position. this will work. Oh yeah. Now I think it works. I think. I'm not sure. I hope it don't fall. It's a little better too. A little better, but not too much. And okay. Let me start the recording. Okay, I think this position is a little better. Yeah, maybe it's a little better. My cell phone fell, so I had to adjust here. Okay, let me come back to the video.
But it's the key.
It's the key.
What the creature was trying to tell me.
You mean this guy? There was only one point when I was really stuck, and it's a nightmare. At some point when you leave first edition books, you get hit with a snowball.
Whoa.
The note says there's more than one way in, and I'm glad the game points it out. I'm serious, there's so many typos and spelling errors that you might think differently. I look all around the inn and I don't see any secret passage or switch or button or anything. Maybe the note meant there's another way to go inside the inn from somewhere outside. So I explore the areas around the inn, but I still don't find anything. So here's the answer. The horrible, horrible answer. First, you have to go behind the bar to a very exact spot in the corner.
Oh.
Then you mouse around for a magic pixel. No text prompt comes up, your hand just changes shape for about half a second. You have to be standing in the right place.
How the fuck a person gonna discover that alone? You have to play with a fucking tutorial. The creator's head doesn't work normal.
I have to keep waving around to do it right. Nope, there we go. Now you're in the Secret Oblivion dungeon. That, by far, is the biggest blocker in the game. Now I can just grab these Baldur's Gate cloaks and be done with it. When I finally found the big piece of evidence, I nearly had a stroke. I'm gonna leave that as a surprise. When you have all the evidence, Briggs brings it to the court. Not since A Time to Kill has there been a speech quite like this one. He's trying to reach a word count.
The evidence has been collected. The clues have been found. Okay, they repeated the same thing. Now it's time for Captain Briggs to unveil the real Soul Taker.
No, this is an evil, greedy, corrupt society whose lust for wealth and power means that they will stop at nothing to get what they want. The landlord of the very aptly named Inn of Sins. A fine, upstanding people, ladies and gentlemen. These people that you know and recognize.
Bro.
I timed it. This goes on for 7 minutes and 45 seconds, and you cannot skip it. It actually sounds like an essay being read aloud. He drags out every piece of evidence you found. I could feel myself being pulled into the void when suddenly one of the greatest cutscenes in video games begins.
He's trying. Oh, what?
Ladies and gentlemen,
he blinked to the camera. Okay, let's see. Bro! He's just having fun. He's just having fun with the game.
The Soul Taker has been banished. Your mare has been returned.
What the fuck? And everyone applauded. Oh, what the hell, man?
Absolute art. It's never explained what he did. It's great. So it's time
Absolute art? It's from 7 years ago. He almost said absolute cinema. Almost.
To the 4th chapter, after the troll removes all of our items.
What the? Doesn't make any sense.
Throwing your weight around like this.
The Machine. Chapter 4 sucks. Not in a funny way, it just drags out too little for way too long. As far as I know, this map is made entirely from Unreal maps, way too few. This is a case study in how not to pad out your adventure game. It has a map similar to Dark Mirror, albeit much smaller.
Just an extra thing to make more time for the game. Okay, understand.
All of the numbered tower locations are completely identical, except some have items. Tower 1 and 2 have nothing, a complete waste of time. Tower 3's only item is right outside the train. There's no reason to explore the rest. So there's not a lot to see, but the game knows it. There are 2 objects that really stick out, but you can't interact with them at all. You have to do other minor tasks, and then they show up and you can pick them up. I don't know why this bothers me so much. Possibly because it was something I expected, but it didn't happen until now. The only good things about it are the cutscenes. There's only a few of them. You can beat it all in 10 minutes. So now's a good time to talk about background stuff before the final chapter. Oh my god, the whole country's a circle.
I, madam, am Benjamin Spooner Briggs, Captain of the Mary Celeste. Benjamin Spooner Briggs, Captain of the Brigadier Mary Celeste.
I like Briggs as a character because he's a goofball, but you don't learn a lot about him. You can learn some things from the bonus disc. It's an enlightening piece of media. For starters, it has an entire intro cutscene that's not in the game. Yeah, when you're just thrown into it all with no context, this was supposed to be in front of it.
5, the
Why it's not actually in the game, I have no idea. It has an intro, credits, titles pop up, and it's way more elaborate than the one the game has. I can only put it down as another mystery. Anyways, the weird vampires in the intro are brothers named Destiny and Fate. But aren't those the same thing? I guess Destiny usually has a more positive connotation than Fate, but still. Anyhow, Briggs gets lost in the Bermuda Triangle. It has some live action footage that people debate over the source of, but they definitely didn't make it.
Yeah.
It explains that Briggs is
everything in the game was stole, so makes sense to assume that this one was stole from some movie, some series, some video, something. It's from someone else.
Island and his actions will determine the future of mankind. Those are higher stakes than what the intro implied. Wait, that's the Crisis demo. Maybe they scrapped it because they knew they weren't allowed to use that. It's still incredibly vague, but better than what the game came with. It even shows why Briggs is flying through the big hell portal from Spawn. So Briggs is still a goofball and this doesn't change that. But here's where it gets strange. Captain Benjamin Spooner Briggs was a real man.
Bro.
His ship, the Mary Celeste, was also real and was found derelict a few days after this game takes place. Briggs and his crew were never seen again. This game is the final legacy of a real God-fearing sea captain.
He disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle.
Grab your Chicago style and get on JSTOR, it's time to learn. Limbo of the Lost was a book originally published in 1969. It got republished in the 70s as Limbo of the Lost, Actual Stories of Sea Mysteries. There were several articles and a few books talking about the Bermuda Triangle before this one, but this helped popularize it.
It was
the real
as strange as the
was
game?
nowhere near the triangle, but here's where things get a little tricky. So I went to my buddy Tex from the Black Pants Legion. He's done historical work specializing in maritime history, so he'd be perfect. At this point, I knew that the real Mary Celeste was one of those weird sea mysteries. It was found derelict near Portugal with no crew, all the cargo intact.
It was not the Bermuda Triangle, was near Portugal?
One of those weird sea mysteries. It was found derelict near Portugal with no crew, all the cargo intact, but a missing lifeboat. Some of the sails and rigging were damaged, but that was about it. Now here's where things get complicated. Sir Arthur Doyle, the guy who wrote Sherlock Holmes, had a short story published in 1884. It was in an issue of Cornhill magazine, and was based on the real Mary Celeste. He just changed minor details and names, like calling the ship the Marie Celeste. The story ended up being so popular that to this day it corrupts historical documents about the real ship.
Bro.
The US consul in Gibraltar, who had been present at Mary Celeste's hearings, would later make inquiries based on the story's facts. After Tex did some groundwork and things, he found out the big discrepancy: the cargo. Doyle's account puts the cargo value at $35,000, which is worth more than the ship. The alcohol was also going to be used to fortify wines, but that's not how this works. The real ship had 1,701 barrels of denatured alcohol, most likely pyridine and methylate spirits. This wouldn't be how port and fortified wine were made. They would use a neutral grape spirit, most likely locally, not from overseas. Not to mention that port was mainly a cocktail mixer in the Victorian era. Shipping booze across the Atlantic to make ratchet peasant wine would have been stupid and expensive. So any account saying the cargo is worth $35K and being used to fortify alcohol is wrong, and written by brainlets. This eliminates most accounts of mutiny and aliens. So was Briggs eaten by his crew? A sea monster? Well, the most likely answer came out a few years before this game was made. Dr. Andrea Sella of the UCL chemistry department built a replica of the Mary Celeste. He simulated a butane explosion from the car UCL chemistry. Well, the most likely answer came out a few years before this game was made. Dr. Andrea Sella of the UCL Chemistry Department built a replica of the Mary Celeste. He simulated a butane explosion from the cargo hold which made a big fireball but left no signs of burning on the ship itself. This would explain why the ship was damaged but showed no signs of burning due to a pressurized explosion. It explains everything being left behind and no entry in the captain's log, because explosions at sea are scary. So why are there still weird theories? Because there's money to be made off mystery.
Yeah.
Much as the simplest solution makes sense, other tantalizing evidence suggests another fate for the Mary Celeste.
There was something on History Channel about it.
Claims that on the night of November 25th, she had a dream.
No way.
That said that her husband had been murdered at sea.
Please stop. The new owners of the Mary Celeste then took it to a reef off the coast of Haiti and tried to wreck it there for 6 insurance policies. They didn't get it. Speaking of scams, the developers claim they didn't steal anything. It was all done by a mysterious person or entity that they outsourced.
Okay.
Well, guess what we're coming back to? Remember the Amiga demo? This hallway is the key. There's another Amiga game called Guy Spy, and people point out some striking similarities in this hallway. That's right, even back then, they were ripping people off. This game is legendary. So, let's move on to the final chapter.
He mentioned something interesting. Cypher is pursuing research.
Robots?
He claims that what they're doing in
out of nowhere, mechas.
Africa is the missing piece.
I said this guy was just freestyling anything that comes to mind.
A weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
The Citadel. This is another short one made of Unreal maps, but I like it a lot more aesthetically. The original score, maybe the only thing not stolen, is also really good. The puzzle's just matching up a right hammer with the right head on the wall and you're good to go. Still, for the final level in this adventure, it seems like a letdown. It did seem rational at first.
What the fuck?
After all, they couldn't expect a ton of people to get this far.
The
but then the true final challenge began.
It's very dark down here. What? Oh, my head.
The way he talks.
The Dark One knows you.
What the fuck?
Where is the seal? The Chosen commands your death. You answer to me.
What the fuck is going? It ends. It's the end? No way.
That is a legitimately awesome build-up. This is a time challenge. Remember where each head was and activate them in order of a panel. This is not a lenient timer.
More puzzles. But the way these guys made his game without any logic, would the person be able to do the puzzle?
I got all the symbols, but now there's letters. Looks like destiny. The timer keeps going and you don't have time to screw around.
Fate?
You're gonna be at the bottom, so you need to get those letters
The
in as
two
fast as you can.
vampires?
Once you do, you've won it all.
Oh.
I'm saving the best ending for last. This comes after. Fate is upset that Destiny has beaten him, and so they opt in for a double or nothing. That's right, they were already teasing a sequel. We both know a lot of reasons why that's not gonna happen. For those same reasons, I would highly recommend checking it out, or getting a copy. Unsurprisingly, there were a lot of legal issues after this game came out, so the retail boxes got
bunch
pulled.
of things.
At the time of this video, you can still find wrapped copies for $15 to $20 US, but those won't last forever. This isn't getting a digital release or an enhanced edition anytime soon. For all its problems, it's such a bizarre and funny experience that, for someone like me,
it was funny.
Keep going. And nothing reflects its spirit better than the
I'm glad that he made this video, man, because
these videos are
playing this game sounds like a hassle.
Due to scheduling issues, but I'm trying to do it when I can. At
And
some
the
point in the near future,
animations
we'll have a special
so
showing
fuck
of this game on
strange.
Twitch. Same name as the YouTube one. If you stuck around this long, thanks again, and here's the perfect ending.
Let's go.
I can't see a thing.
Captain Briggs, the king of the bro. What the fuck?
Now that sounds really groovy.
Everything about this.
Let's sing. Well, his eyes do see bricks, aprons,
Bro,
after all he's been around.
a musical ending.
He should be crowned the king of limbo. Well, he's had his ups and he's had his downs.
The guy just didn't care.
But I'll still say he should be crowned the king of limbo. What more can a poor boy do? Working for the likes
of me and you. What more can I say? I can help in any way.
His courage to the brink.
What the fuck?
If it were me, I would turn to drink. Well, that's the reason I think he should be the king of limbo. Yeah, he had to face enough sins, but at least he kept his leggy.
There's no way he was pure when he made this shit, man. What the fuck?
Take it away with you, baby.
Hit a baby.
That's cool.
What?
What
I do? Working for the likes of me and you. What more can a poor boy say? But could you help in any way?
We've all had fun, you must agree.
Even though intellectually, now we feel that Brick shall be the king of limo. The chubida, 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 bro. Ooh, that was an ending. What the fuck? The Art of Retard Maxing. What the fuck? That was an ending. If I ever see one. Bro, thank you for the guy. I forgot his name. Let me give a look. For the guy that asked for this reaction. What the fuck, man? Alpha Shocker. Really nice, really nice. Okay, let me stop the recording. I'll probably post later on the channel. I can't post everything because I tried to post 5 videos and then YouTube kinda punished me. He only put 1 to be recommended, the rest did not got as much views, I think. I don't know. So I tried to post 1 video per day. Let me stop the recording. If you like it, please give it a like, comment something, and subscribe. And if you have any recommendation, just say, okay, I stop pre-recording. Now, let me save the name and the link, so later when I post on my channel, it's easier. Now the link. Save it. Nice. And I was going to watch 2 more that I saw people reacting to, but I think just one more, because this last video was kind of long. So 1 more. Let me put this one on. Let's see, react later. Hey, 1 more to the list. And wait, did I put on the right? Yes, react later. Now let me close. And incorrect oh wait, let me start the recording. Okay. Hello YouTube, if you're watching, please give a like, comment something, subscribe. The original is on the description. A nice thing that you can do if you use a computer is open the video in a new guide and put to play on mute to give the original creator his views. Would be very nice if you did that. With that said, I saw people reacting to this, and I have this game on my wishlist, my ever-growing wishlist of 131 games. Ultra Kill is there. I'll probably play sometime when I buy. Okay. In the world, you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world. John 16:33. Also, this video contains a lot of flashing lights. Let's go. Oh, let me see if the quality is good. It is. Mankind is a failure. Free. Oh, and I can't read. Well, I will not be pausing to read every little thing because it seems like it's a video packed with edition. What the fuck?
Hand of the Father. What does that even mean? You call shooting a coin a martial art?
I have seen some clips of gameplay, but I never watched
I hope you were not startled by
people
the
playing
set
like
in the distant future of 2009.
VODs or stream because I want to play in the future. So when I see a game that I will probably play in the future, I try to not to watch anything about it.
You call shooting a coin a martial art?
This is Ultra Kill. It is a game. You can play it. I hope you were not startled by the screaming. Set in the distant future of 2019, we play as the world's first vampiric Nikon, programmed with one singular goal.
Strong and fast. What the hell?
Kill Margaret Thatcher. We play as the world's first vampiric Nikon, programmed with one singular goal: kill Margaret Thatcher. Thus, we embark on our journey into the deepest, darkest pits of hell, where we can find normal things that make the game very fun, featuring such polygonal challenges as Crash Bandicoot and puzzles of color. The devs are a little bit eccentric. For some backstory, this game is loosely based on a 14th century fanfiction about God. Therefore, what you are about to see is canon to the Christverse. I will not be accused of blasphemy again. With that being said, the game goes harder than diamonds, and after this video, I hope you will see why. You know.
I imagine how much time he used to make these videos, and here I am just reacting. Just 1 minute and 15 seconds, just the intro and the amount of edits that he made, bro.
If you can see it all.
What the fuck? Can't see shit. That was a nice edition. Mankind is dead. Blood is full. Hell is full.
Oh. Hey guys, it's me, Maxor. Welcome back to, fucking Undertale. So the game begins in a hallway, and I do not have permission to use the restroom. When I am lost, I always keep a lookout.
I like these low poly style things. I already think that one of the when I have money to make models, to pay to people to make model to me, one of them will be a low poly model, you know, because I will probably play a bunch of low poly games, and would be nice to have a low poly model to use. I like the style. I don't know why.
For my two best buddies.
I don't know why, because I did not have a PlayStation 1, so it's not nostalgic to me. I know that there is some people that like it because it's nostalgic today and shit like that.
Smith & Wesson, so the game just kind of gets going immediately. I have interrupted elevator music time. This level begins as a tutorial, primarily focused on executing basic mechanics as well as be disabled, preferably from a high drop. In this game, explosions and gore are plentiful, but as per my design as a sentient fucking GoPro, my gears must be greased with the blood of—
Since simple mechanics, the thing that is not simple is the maps, I guess. The maps, the visuals, the enemies. Interesting.
the innocent. My power source is Vampire Piston, which means the more blood, the better. It is the only thing I know for heal. There will be bloodshed, and as far as healing systems go, this is the best one because it forces the player to actually play the game to restore their health. But that's enough about mechanics because it's time to fight the oh no, oh god, it's
what the heck?
Rock. Post this rock to instantly become funny. I think my copy of Elden Ring is broken.
Oh, there is points.
I think my copy of Elden Ring is broken.
I can't see. Let me try again.
To instantly become funny. I think my copy of Elden Ring is broken.
Time, kills, and style. Well, how do we get more style? And the last two stats. Secrets. There is secrets too, and challenge.
Hey there, my fellow girls. Welcome to level 2. We have Amazon. Here you'll buy the most important item in the entire game. That's right, the power to throw coins. Because why aim at enemies when you can aim at a target the size of a fucking coin? This shit is amazing. The hit is guaranteed regardless of the coin's location, even if that coin's location is space or just the inside of an enemy a few times. But besides that, the mission is pretty normal. In fact, it's a little too normal. One could call it suspicious. Have you heard of the hit game Among Us? We have to vet like the sus imposter. It's the only way to get the lean skull, which I assure you is required to access the secret door, which apparently just ends the level. Now, as I would soon learn, there is a reason this is a secret mission, because now it is able to escape. Oh, it's my YouTube career. I am in great danger. Do not Google Danger Force Season 2 Episode 1. In this level, we need to find our way through the back rooms without making too much noise, because if you can hear it, then it has definitely heard you. My favorite part is the persistent darkness and a horrifying droning noise as it creeps ever closer. Really ups the entertainment factor. Now, of course, you can shoot it, but that will only set it back. It is inevitable. Do you have any games on your phone? Let's just get the fuck out of here. I no longer wish to play in the Markiplier maze. Shinji, crank that soldier boy.
Every phrase he says is a different edit.
Okay, level 3. Let's just take a look at the
and now it's the soldier boy. I just remembered the Vesper meme.
Okay, level 3. Let's just take a look at the catalog. Never mind. So to make it through this mission, we have to use our coins with a lot of nuance and subtlety, just like Ted Kaczynski, ascending up the normal staircase very competently. We meet the only problem that money cannot solve. That's right, road construction. And for that, we're going to need high explosives. Normally that's unavailable unless you try hard enough. And for that, we're going to need high explosives. Normally that's unavailable.
Microsoft does not condone the civilian possession of high explosive material for the split purpose of assault public servants and the carry out the daily necessary duties to society. Oh.
Unless you try hard enough. Oh Jesus Christ, it's the feds. They're here to shoot my dog. This is the Jason enemy, notable for his geometric style headgear and a free shotgun. His AI is a single-celled organism. I want you to fucking guess how I fought him. Following this fight, we acquire our next weapon, the Remington grenade launcher, which we can use to finally eliminate obstacles to progress. But that isn't what's important about the shotgun. What is important is that I can punch the bullets.
Ooh.
You see, Ultra Kill is a game that lets you parry all kinds of attacks.
It's about style.
Just so happen to count as a projectile. So
you have to play, and you have to play, and you have to look nice playing. Punch the bullets. That's fucking style.
With same-day shipping, it makes the bullets go faster. I really hope you don't mind, but I'm going to use this for the rest of the game.
Punch the bullets to go faster.
And if that hurts your eyes a little bit too much, don't worry, it can get worse. Upon diligently researching the larger calibers, we make the discovery that I can load my shotgun a bit more than necessary. That's right, we made a suicide vest. I am going to join my racist uncle in Valhalla. I find this mode very useful for launching myself into the minus dimension. The Linus dimension. Does anyone need some tech tips? Is he okay? Oh my god, he's hitting the gritty. Oh, I see. This is one of those platforming levels. My favorite platform is YouTube. Abandon hope all ye who enter here. That's a weird way to spell Twitter. What the fuck?
You have Uno.
No, I don't.
It comes free with your Xbox.
I don't have Uno.
You have fucking Uno.
Cerberus.
Bruh, it's a new pitbull to euthanize. I know he has a basketball, but I was not expecting him to dunk that shit. This man is actually balling. He caught me wearing them fake J's. Now, this may not be a long fight, but what is there teaches a valuable lesson to the player. The lesson is use crack. You know, like me. Whenever I use the computer, do not under any circumstances touch the ground. So after dodging his many dribbles and dunks, we eventually reach halftime, causing SpongeBob and the crew to enter the arena and sing a song. Oh my god, it's my two favorite basketball players, Ornstein and Smo. I didn't even know you could play Uno 2v1.
So you do have fucking
Uno. Oh no, I've put him in his red state. He has absorbed the power of Ornstein. Looks like I'm gonna have to use my secret weapon, money.
Nice.
Never fails. Shinji, I really like how they filled this room with more statues.
Chapter 3.
It is finally time to enter the Hellevator, also known as California. Hell has got
really
me a
like
good
this
time.
style.
After all, it's where my subscribers live. Oh man, I bet it's got lakes of blood and shit. Oh, welcome to Hell. We have realistic bird noises and also the
machine. I have taken a selfie with the funny rock.
All right, never mind. Honestly, this level is pretty.
The guy that made the voice. Maybe this guy's here. Johnny Matra. There is 5 different guys. 5 guys.
Chill. I spent most of it delivering human skulls, but you know what I find really relaxing? Construction equipment. After all, the nail gun is great for putting people to sleep. Honestly, I wish I had more of an explanation, but it just kind of liberates their insides. This rifle is not chambered for nuance. Hey guys, I'm Ian from Forgotten Weapons, and today we're going to be killing a man. Just don't give the statue anything. That actually worked. I really hope this isn't what I think it is. Oh no, it's worse. I have to do fucking puzzles. Oh Max, you should play Ultra Kill. I'm sure you'll love all 26 of the puzzles. Here's the puzzle for the game developers. How long until I reach your house? And here I thought the level was supposed to be relaxing, but it's just so... Oh, they're not even cooked right. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. Oh,
the burning
I have to fucking... Oh god, never mind. That shit is harder than Ganyu's hips. So, welcome to the fire enemy. It has this unique ability called the fucking jump scare. And no, I cannot turn off the screaming. They were designed without self-preservation. You know what? I don't want to go to the family barbecue. I think I belong in the secret cartel tunnels underneath El Paso. How's about we just let ourselves in? Oh, in the secret cartel tunnels underneath El Paso.
El Paso is... What the fuck? United States, Mexico. Is on Mexico? Or is on... I think it's Mexico, right? Or not? I don't know. But there is secret tunnels. Well, here in my country, they don't even need the tunnels. They dominate the place, so they don't need to go below the ground. They can do everything they want above, so they don't need tunnels.
So, how's about we just let ourselves in? Oh cool, it's an abandoned asylum. Can't wait to see what lives here. What? It's a regular sized rat. He's celebrating yet another birthday bash. Sir, stop resisting. It had to be done. Let us never speak of this again.
Very cancerous rodent.
Welcome to the real boss fight in the game. You actually have to play it. Chuck E. Cheese is no longer fucking asking. How about we just vibrate it until its organs explode? I'm going to forget this is here.
Another ditch.
Moving on from the Disney business model, we enter a challenge that offers us a choice: blue team or red team. Comment your team below, and if you do both, you get to fight whatever this shit is. I love being able to understand my screen. Really sorry if you thought this video was going to have a bitrate. Anyways, to finish this level, I chose to take the harder route because as a gamer, it really hits my erect penile pecker. Oh hey, look, it's a skull. Oh god, go gadget coins. My favorite detail is that if you do the hard route, the game just drops you inside the easy route, so you're forced to do both of them. Nothing nothing a little bee hopping can't fix. Man, what a nice looking rock.
Hey guys,
Oh.
what is going on and welcome
Oh no,
to Let's Play
it's
Mike
fucking handicapped. Welcome everyone to the Hideos Mass fight, also known as Your Mom. Got him. Now, I could spend time explaining this boss, but that requires that I understand it. This shit is goddamn incomprehensible. I want to congratulate the devs on the first non-Euclidean enemy. Of course, that is implying that you can see him, because the grapple attack makes that a little difficult, just like doing literally anything else. So if you do get grappled, get ready to convert, because God can't help anymore. And because this boss has armor, the only way to damage him is to hit him in his bell icon, preferably before he slams that subscribe and smash.
I like the boss design. The design in general for this game. The guys that he was fighting in the beginning, that the angel thing. I really like it.
Is that like button?
I want to thank NordVPN.
God fucking damn it. Kids, please never become YouTubers.
Bro. The guy. Look at his face. He's just trying to work, and the motherfucker, and he can't even touch it. He can't even touch the boy because it's gonna give him problem. And then the guy comes and motherfucker.
Top 10 moments in Ultra Kill. Number 1, you're fucking dead.
I finally understand it now. In order to beat the YouTubers, we have to tap into their only weakness. Children. I'm sorry, but it's the only way. Go gadget allegations. Jesus Christ. I don't think his channel's gonna recover. Oh, hello there. I didn't see you walk in. I was busy watching random unprotected security cameras. Welcome to Claire de Lune. Such a calm level, very peaceful. Do not knock on the doors. I really appreciate the
Oh shit, watch out, I'm coming through.
The ambience. For you see, the church demands a sacrifice, and the only way to appease it is to provide to me these bodies 3. To do this, we have to calmly and meticulously break into your house, and after gathering all 3 of the balls, we finally unlock the power to jump through the window. Good to see that I'm using my time wisely.
Oh, fuck, here I come.
What the fuck?
I thought it would be obvious, brother. After all, I am you, but stronger.
What the hell?
What the fight? Gathering all 3 of the balls. To do this, we have to calmly and meticulously break into your house, and after gathering all 3 of the balls, we finally unlock the power to jump through the window. Good to see that I'm using my time wisely.
Oh, fuck, here I come.
Oh, so you fight a copy, like
I thought it would be obvious, brother. After
you
all,
fight something like a cop.
But stronger.
A copy or another version of you. The red one.
To the race war. It's a little bit fast, you know, just kind of quick. I mean, look at this shit. The fight is so fast it's editing itself. What side are you on, Bloods or Crips? I will be joining the war on drugs on the side of the drugs. The gimmick for V2 is that he is completely wacko. He moves like you, shoots like you, and everything that you can do, he can do better. He can do everything better than you, except dodge. Because that would be weird. Needless to say, this fight is very difficult, mainly because V2 is so fast he's goddamn omnipresent. Good luck trying to fucking
how you
powers, close as a Parkinson's
it's gonna get a little bit
I
difficult.
just want to fucking shoot him. Human brains are not fucking built for this. We're supposed to be threshing wheat and dying of smallpox.
Looks like you've gone a little rusty, brother.
I think that something is wrong with my copy of DMC. There's this annoying motherfucker inside of it.
You think you can best me? After all,
shut up. Overall, though, the beauty of this fight is that it is simple but complicated. Simple in that he has your moveset, but complicated in that he has your move. Simple but complicated. Simple in that he has your moveset. But complicated in that he has your moveset. Don't worry though, you'll get a lot of practice with him, over and over and over again. The beatings will continue until morale improves.
You're just a fucking Nikon!
Okay, I get it, but honestly, that's what makes this fight fun.
What's
we choose to kill V2, not because it is easy, but because he won't stop talking. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a GoPro to throw into the fucking sun. Go gadget car bomb.
Okay, you know what, I'm gonna call that one a draw. Team Rocket is pissing off again!
Oh, it goes away.
It looks like he forgot his arm. I don't know if this
is
legal.
His arm. Nice. Probably gonna appear again in the future.
New arm is a bit funky, a bit monkey. It comes with many utilities that you don't want, but what it is good for is reducing the enemy into their base particles. You better not catch these hands because now they're chambered for 12 gauge. The only downside is that you can't hit your bullets anymore. So honestly, it's fucking dog shit, and I'm going to kill my infant son. Welcome everyone to the Lair of Lust. I am already installing Azerlane. It's this game about chips, and you can marry children. Ooh. So after many fistings in the sewers, we make it to the bounce pad.
Chip
and
girls. Let's go.
That's right, we're in Night City now. Wake the dog up, samurai. Here we've got all the amenities of a dystopia. Street warfare, Amazon training video, nightmare obelisk, the corpse of King Minos, and of course, death trampoline. Having fun there, guys? Because I'm having a blast. V, I've got a job for you. Your Windows machine has virus. So far, every level has introduced to us a new word. You know, like Dora. Words like anger or fear come to mind. Well, this level's word is verticality, which is a very welcome addition. You know, when the enemies work, I have discovered their only weakness, slight altitude difference. This place will see us ascending the MC Escher Tower, contemplating the sweet embrace of death, and eventually descending down the shaft of lust. You have no idea how much self-control it takes to not reference Genshin Impact. The theme of verticality continues again as we make our way through an actual nice neighborhood. They gentrified the zombies. So to beat this level, we have to throw balls of copper into the power lines. It also has my new favorite enemy, Pepsi Man. But the most important thing in this level is the railgun.
Ooh, nice.
Oh my god, the railgun. This is the best thing in the entire game, as you can see. And it comes in 3 unique flavors. Piercing Gatorade, Baja Blast, and of course, the drill.
You can barely see anything on these fucking videos.
You can bounce it off coins, bounce it into the stratosphere, bounce it off grenades to nuke the planet, and most importantly, instant kill everything in the game by bouncing your shot 3 times. I would explain this mechanic to you, but we would have to consult the diagrams. If you would like to know more, all you have to do is watch an 18-minute YouTube video. Okay, seriously guys, where's the exit? I want to get off Mr. Minos' wild run. Hello everyone, Tom Scott here, and today I am trapped at the south side of Chicago. Alright guys, welcome back to Sheer Heart Attack. It has no weaknesses. This level is a lot like the others in that you cannot escape his gaze. It has the kind of verticality where you're locked in a corn maze. You see, the layer is a metaphor for my sanity, always dropping. Man, what a nice looking city. It has so much texture. I can't believe Minos can use creative mode. Fucking doors stuck. Door stuck. Here we meet our newest enemy. Oh god, what is that? Its main abilities are teleportation, as well as making me feel a certain way. If only it wasn't annoying. Its main abilities are teleportation, as well as making me feel a certain way. If only it wasn't annoying as fuck. And once dispatched, she will explode. You know what? All this violence is making me crave some secrets. But don't worry, this won't be anything like the last 2. Those were not painful enough. All we have to do is track down the United States power grid. That way we can skip the level again. This shit always ends well. No, you can't do this to me. I don't want to be here. I think now's a good time to mention that you can buy body pillows from the Ultra Chill store. She tells you about how you're late for school and the human mind is an evolutionary maladaptation. We need to destroy the left wing using facts and logic. Hello everyone, Dennis Prager here. God has told me the age of consent is too high. So after we finish debating liberal snowflakes on the internet, we finally decide to fix the aspect ratio. At least one of us has purpose in life. By the way, I'm playing an action game, so welcome back to the climax. This level takes place in the wonderful New York metro system. We're here to investigate reports of the Ratmen. Also, the train is fully compatible with my auto clicker. They just forgot to set a cooldown. Don't worry though, it is literally faster to B-hop instead. Gotta work on my trainless % speed run. I don't like the implications of this. Welcome to the boss fight. King Minos needs help putting his fist in a narrow cavity. It's a very simple fight, mostly just dodging his DK bongos. There really isn't much room to dodge here. Minos can juju on that beat, but ultimately every attack is fair and telegraphed, which is more than I can say for some games. All we have to do is help him find his car keys. Go Gadget Revolver. Don't worry, I'm no stranger to fistings in the subway. All we have to do now is offer a whole pizza to the rat god. I'm sure he'll be cheesed to meet me.
Bro,
excuse me,
sir. Joke.
Just in time for the event.
What event?
Compression day.
The fuck?
Corpse of King Minos.
What is up everyone, it's your boy, Bugs Life, and today we're going to be living the 510 experience.
Like
King Minos is kind of a big deal around here.
That seems like, at least in the video, I don't know because I never played, but it seems like a nice fight to do against a giant.
Killing him is going to be a tall order. This battle is deceptively simple since his main attack is literally just punching you. These hands have graduated from hitbox to hit tesseract, but that isn't all. Call right now and I will find you. Turns out, Minos can summon the Power of the Void, which upon contact reduces your HP to 1. Yo, hold up, did my man just give me AIDS? The longer the icon of sin is on Earth, the stronger he will become. Of course, this is all before the parasites begin shooting at you, because there are just too few things in this fight, and not enough of them give me nightmares.
I think your cells are a bit too far apart. How about I fix that for you?
This is the kind of game where, at every possible turn, I have said to myself, wouldn't it be cool if? And the answer is always yes. So when I tell you that, you can parry this man, it's basically the rule instead of the exception. This is the coolest
As I said, it's the style. You have to play with the style. It's one of the things of the game, one of the things that will give you points, so it makes sense.
You can do in a video game. It makes me
The
feel
whole
like an
of
anime protagonist. Game devs, take notes. This is how you send the fun ceiling into the fucking stratosphere. And also, myself. You know it's a good boss when it has a space program. In summary, you have to try to make this fight boring. And even then, you might not succeed. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a dead horse to beat. And his name is Minos.
Nice. Ooh.
Oh no, I don't think I like where this is going.
And that is ball. I can't read it. It's okay. And another hit. Bro is a master of his craft.
Hey guys, welcome back to the protagonist-shaped bulge in Minos' stomach. We've got smelly enemies. We've got belly enemies. We've got to get out of the small intestine. Yeah, this looks, medically accurate. Man's got eyes on the inside. This level is an absolute gauntlet, specifically made to test your anatomical knowledge. You really have to understand the game inside and out. Ah yes, my favorite part of the body, Winchester Mystery House. This shit is like Nutty Putty Cave for osmosis Jones. This is definitely me when I fill the double gulp cup with the Slurpee. I appear to be trapped inside of my mind prison. This is just like Persona 5. Now, I know that Minos' polygonal stomach may seem like a weird idea for a level, but at this point, I'm used to it. I can never take back the things I've seen. It is a perfect way to visualize our descent into irreality, and honestly, I can't think of a more perfect metaphor for this video. Why yes, I do edit my videos to kill small animals. Why do you ask? Hey there, my flesh fans. Welcome back to the, cool game where things are...
I am being overwhelmed. Sorry if I'm not talking too much, but it's kind of difficult to react. It's too fast-paced. I try to think about what to say, but
normal.
Machine.
What?
Turn back now.
That's a nice voice.
Call from God.
For what purpose do you trample upon this palace, machine?
I mean, why do you?
To question God is heresy, machine. But for your information, I am driving the corpse of King Minos like a fucking Mazda.
Okay.
It appears that your choice is made. As the righteous hand
Is that
of
the angel?
God, I will
This
lead
one
you back into silicon.
looks
I think
nice.
someone has daddy issues.
I do not have daddy issues. I am a special fucking boy. I will write the final story in your blood, machine.
Welcome everyone to Bible study time. We're learning about stoning. The important lesson when fighting Gabriel is that you can't fight on his terms. In fact, don't fight him at all. Uninstall the game. This angel is faster than you, hits harder than you, teleports behind you,
It's
and
stronger
is
than-
overall a massive sweat machine.
It's stronger to the version of you.
It is very important to understand that Gabriel isn't an Ultra Kill boss. He's Senator Armstrong. Pure aggression is not going to cut it this time. We need to use patience and also open heart surgery. This means that learning his attack patterns is key, and so is abusing iframes like a drunk stepdad. This copy of Elden Ring is fucking weird. You may notice it's difficult to keep my camera on him. That is because this fight is psychotic. Every combo can be dodged if you are good at the game. But as for me, Gabriel beat my ass so hard that I saw Jesus, and he was hitting the cleanest gritty I'd ever seen.
You are a demon circumcised machine.
Excuse me? And if that wasn't enough for you, Gabriel has an entire second phase where he delivers God's judgment through the barrel of a gun. If you thought this fight was fast, then you haven't seen shit. I want to introduce my new OC,
Gabriel.
You are cringe, machine. You are not punch.
What are you fucking saying? Overall, though, this fight really makes you feel like you're fighting an angel, because this shit is an act of God. But personally, I think it's better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven. Plus, I already have a God, and his name is money.
Anjo Fillet.
How can this be? Bested by this
Gabriel. Defeated.
I'm actually a Nikon.
You insignificant fuck! This is not.
Oh.
May your L's be many and your bitches few.
What the fuck? Oh, it's the end? Oh, it's the ending.
Creator? Heresy! It is unworthy of the holy light.
His design is very nice.
Gabriel, you stand accused of losing to a fucking camera.
But counsel, my devotion is absolute. The machine was
Enough. You have 24 hours before the Father's light leaves your body. And then you will die. A husk. A thing. I suggest that you prove your faith. Do you understand?
Yes, counsel.
Good.
Oh, here is the names. Gianni Matragas Gabriel, Desenhas Mas, Big was Amphibian as Minos, Wes as V2, and this Dimitrios as Cerberus. What the hell? Act 1, and there is another video to do. But I'll do later. Well, I saw if I didn't talk too much, but I was trying to think while watching. Okay, if you watch it to the end, please give it a like, comment something, I don't know, subscribe, and that's it. Bye bye. Okay, and that was the last video for today. I'm gonna end the stream in some minutes. Whew. And maybe I'll stream later playing games. The reaction stream is finished. It was okay. 2 hours. It's good hours. The recording is saving. Let me wait. Okay. And it's saved. Let me change the name of the video. React to. Okay. Ultra Q Act 1. Nice. That's it. I'm gonna end it here.